Hey everybody, I'm Glory Parrish and welcome to the Tiger Den. This week we're interviewing Julie Stroud and TJ Langley from the Big Bad Band from Tigerland. So guys, what's it like performing at the football games?
It's really fun. I like performing and I like being with all my friends.
Yeah, it's just super high energy, and it's really fun to play the fight song a million times.
Well, how is the halftime show coming along?
It's coming along really good. We're going to be doing most of our show this Friday, so.
Yeah, we're making really good progress. That's about it.
Good. And what's it like to play during halftime?
At first, it's really nerve-wracking, but it's fun the more you do it.
Yeah, it's super high energy, kind of chaotic, and I don't know, it's nervous. I get nervous.
Nervous.
And do you like home games or away games better?
I like home games because we don't have to be back here till like 6:30, so.
Well, I like away games because I basically live in the band room. It's been
Good. Thank you for watching. Be sure to visit our sponsors and tell them you saw their ad on PGTigersOnline.com. See you next week in the Tigers Den. Go Tigers, beat Huntsville! Woo! Hey everybody, welcome to the Tiger Den, and this week we're interviewing Brittany Brazel and Kinsey Brown. So ladies, what's it like to cheer on the football players?
It's really fun and I love being down there.
It's really exciting to hear all the boys say positive things to each other.
Nice. And what are your favorite cheers?
My favorite cheer is the one that we do at the very end of the football game, and it says, "We are the Tigers and we love our team."
My favorite cheer is whenever we say LATSGO, let's go.
And how long does it take to get together a halftime routine?
Usually about a week and a half.
A week and a half, depending on what we're doing.
And in the winter, do you get cold in your uniforms?
Yes.
Very cold, unless we're having our sweats and hot hands.
And how, has anybody ever gotten hurt doing stunts?
Yes, all the time, like every single week. Like last year, a girl broke her nose.
And we were doing stunts and a girl gets kicked in the face, and it's just the normal.
And how do you think we're going to do this week against Gravette?
I know we're going to win.
Definitely gonna win.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to visit our sponsors and tell them that you saw their ad on PG Tigers Online. See you all next week in the Tiger Den. Go Tigers, beat Gravette. Woo!
You are.
You're listening to a broadcast of the Prairie Grove Tigers at PGTigersOnline.com.
You are looking live from Gravette Line Stadium, home of the Gravette Lions, for tonight's contest between the Prairie Grove Tigers and the Gravette Lions. I'm Lynn Gregson, and back with me after a trip down to Dallas last weekend is Ryan Cook. Ryan, last week in your absence, Prairie Grove started off the conference 1-0 with a victory over Huntsville. Solid game, solid performance by the Tigers. I felt like a much improved versus the week before against West Fork. Even though we had the big win against West Fork,
played really sharper.
Looked very much more sharp against Huntsville. No disrespect to any of the folks in the conference, but I think the next 3 weeks kind of tells a tale for Prairie Grove in the conference, starting tonight with Gravette Lions.
Definitely, and really for the last 2 years, it's kind of been Pea Ridge, Prairie Grove, Shiloh, and Gravette right there on the tail. You know, they're a win away. They play every one of those teams really, really tough and not able to do it. This year, they're hoping to change that, get that extra score, and make it where they're in the talk with the top 3 the last 2 years. So, Gravette right on the cusp of really being back in the top. I mean, they're there. They're just right there.
I was just speaking to their announcer for their live stream, Ethan McKenzie. He was quarterback for them in 07, 08 years. They were phenomenal back then, and I was just talking with him, and they have been they had a run there actually against Prairie Grove from 07 to 2011. They won 4 out of 5 against Prairie Grove. Since that time, the Tigers have won 4 straight from 2012 through last year, 2015. Over the last 19 years, Prairie Grove with 14 out of 19 victories. And it was interesting, from 97 to 06, a 10-year period, Prairie Grove won 9 out of 10 back then. So
that's my time frame, and I remember there was something about Coach Absher and their coach, that they had a good little rivalry going on, and the wrong ball trick in '97, that was Gravette. That's always been the team besides Farmington that coach kind of had a little extra oomph that week for. Now I feel like that has changed. I don't think it's the same coach anymore. But I remember how important it was, around that '97 to 03 era for Coach Absher.
Well, I think tonight's contest that both teams come in tonight with some momentum. Gravette, they won they're coming in the game 3-1. They've won their last two, beat Lincoln last week, shut them out.
They had a good game against Lincoln last week.
33-0. You see on the field, you can see on the field LDC. That's the Lion Destruction Crew is what that stands for. It's been around for a long time. I was talking to one of the Gravette fans, and that was named several years ago. It's been there for a long time. And but that defense last week shut out. I don't care who you play when you get a shutout. It's
big.
It's big, especially if it's a 33-0. That means you probably got some subs in at some point. So
right.
Definitely a big thing for them.
Gravette has size, and that's the thing that they have going for them is they do have size. The left side of their offensive line will trump our offensive and defensive lines. They're big guys.
Yeah, you see some guys. You see a defensive tackle, 5'11", 243. Bailey Soleil. They got a couple other guys. Cody Sullins, 5'7" senior at 230. Center is 228. They got some boys with some tonnage.
Well, when you look at them against Lincoln, you can just see the line size difference. Now we'll have a little bit more. We'll match up just a little bit better as far as size, but still there is a difference.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a chance for them tonight to make a statement, against Prairie Grove. If they can come in here, get the win, it would set it would get people's eyebrows raised in the conference. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about, we'll go throughout the conference, last week's games throughout the conference, talk about that, and talk a little bit more about tonight's game.
Let's face it, the internet has become part of our day-to-day life. You find your news there, you pay your bills there, you do some shopping there, and on the internet with PG Telco, you got a lot of things on your side. First of all, Zing Broadband, moving at the speed of light. And then there's the 110 years of experience you get with PG Telco and a 24-hour repair service guarantee that you may not find elsewhere. So be it your home or your business, PG Telco has you up to speed with Zing Broadband. Connect fast with us. Call 479-846-7200. 479-846-7200. PG Telco, moving at the speed of life.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now a moment of silence.
Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person. With a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Washington County, call Trey Autry at 479-442-4266.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life.
Chevrolet, proud sponsors of Prairie Grove High School Athletics, and also proud of their huge inventory, both new or used. You'll find what you're looking for at Everett Chevrolet. Are you looking for the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road? You're looking for the Chevy Silverado, and they've got them. How about the Chevy Camaro? How about the Chevy Corvette? It's all waiting for you at Everett Chevrolet. Family-owned and customer-friendly. Everett Chevrolet, I-49 at Elm Springs Road. Everett Chevrolet says, go Tigers! Everett Chevrolet, proud sponsors of Prairie Grove High School Athletics, and also proud of their huge inventory, both new or used. You'll find what you're looking for at Everett Chevrolet. Are you looking for the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road? You're looking for the Chevy Silverado, and they've got them. How about the Chevy Camaro? How about the Chevy Corvette? It's all waiting for you at Everett Chevrolet. Family-owned and customer-friendly. Everett Chevrolet, I-49 at Elm Springs Road. Everett Chevrolet says, go Tigers!
Okay, we're back with you, and just want to recognize our broadcast crew tonight. We got Dallin Howerton, Alex Nacho Henry, Devin Pruitt, Sean Oakes, and Miles Eubanks. Our other guy helps us a lot, Ben Lowe. He's at home tonight. He's watching from there. Ben, hello, and we miss having you tonight, but I hope you enjoy the game live stream. Ryan, as we look around the league last week, starting to see it come together a little bit, even though it's the first week.
Yeah, you say first week, but we're week 5 of the season.
That's the thing that gets me. Is we're halfway through the season tonight. We're already over halfway through our home stand.
Unfortunately.
But hopefully we'll get a couple playoff games at home. But last week in the conference, besides Prairie Grove's win over Huntsville 41-12 and Gravette's win over Lincoln 33-0, Shiloh Christian last week had beat Berryville 53-12. That game was 23-12 for a while, or something to that, 15-12, I think.
It was tight there.
And then they pulled away pretty quickly. And tonight, Shiloh hosts Huntsville, the team that Prairie Grove beat last week, 41-12. And then Berryville, the team that Shiloh beat last week, they host Gentry tonight. Gentry, they were 21-50. They lost to P Ridge. And P Ridge, with that victory tonight, or last week, they will face Lincoln tonight. So this is probably the premier game in the conference tonight. As you look down the list of the various ones, Gentry and Berryville, one of those teams will drop to 2 losses. That's probably going to eliminate one of them. And then with P Ridge, a victory for them and a victory for Shiloh. If Prairie Grove can come out, then the next couple weeks will be very interesting.
We're looking at a battle of the tops here. You hate to look forward to that, but next week could very easily be, 1 and 1A, and then the next week could again be 1 and 1A, all vying for that number 1 spot, which this year in the playoffs is very important because the number 2 spot is the team that has the toughest matchup. Looking at that, number 1 and number 3, a little bit easier of a road, if you want to say so, but number 2 is you're going to travel the farthest and play the hardest teams.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, tonight, I don't want to look past tonight. Gravette is definitely capable of taking the Tigers and upsetting the Tigers. Tigers come in a little bit of a favorite, but Gravette's at home. Gravette has a lot of pride here. They always try to play well here, and I suspect they will tonight.
Well, and we come out like we did a couple weeks ago and play sloppy, and they're in the game. I mean, that's all it takes is a couple mistakes on our part. Last week a little sharper, but even watching that, we fumbled the first kickoff. We made another little mistake later on in the first quarter, almost like a little bit of a, we scored quickly too. They gave it back, but still, we can't afford to take some teams lightly and make mistakes. We have to start strong and get some of the young guys in to play in the second half. That's the goal.
Well, Ryan, tonight, I assume you've had a chance to look at some of the film from last week's game as well as Gravette. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen so far in the 4 games from Prairie Grove. I want to bring out, Ryan, if you want to read off the numbers and the captains that we have tonight for Prairie Grove.
Yeah, we have number 7, Saul Walker. number 56, Dawson West, number 6, Justin McNatt, and number 33, Stone Bryant are going to be our captains tonight.
Back to, so as you've watched, what is Prairie Grove doing well? What do you think Prairie Grove needs to shore up on a little bit?
You know, we bring enough guys in the backfield. We got a good line. We are able to get our 4 to 10 yards carry pretty much on average, circulating guys in pretty consistently. Everybody seems pretty fresh. You know, not a lot of depth on the line, but so far we've stayed pretty healthy. Offensively, we've done some great things. We're a little sloppy at times, but I think those are the games where you're expected to win, you're the favorite, and you don't have maybe that focus during practice that week. A game like today, you're going to be a lot more focused. The next 2 weeks, you're going to be a lot more focused. So I don't see us coming out as sloppy. Defensively, you know, we've done a great job of kind of limiting the big plays and keeping everybody in front of us. We've allowed some drives, but then they'll end up stalling out. So, you know, we've done well so far, Lynn. Even you know, the first 2 games against some of our bigger school opponents, or you know, a smaller school in Oklahoma, but a good football school, you know, we really played sharp and looked good. So I predict that we go back to that style tonight, looking a lot sharper than what we've been the last 2 weeks. You could see it amping up a little last week, but I had the feeling the next level is coming this week in preparation for the following 2 weeks.
They're getting ready for the toss now. We'll see who's going to get this ball first tonight. Prairie Grove behind their banner, getting ready to come out to the field. Gravette's going to come through their tunnel there. They're back there waiting to come in. Got 2 minutes here before kickoff.
Gravette's captains tonight, number 60, a senior, Dalton Cook, 5'9", 228. Number 11, quarterback, Kilby Roberts, another senior. And then number 75, that's going to be Joel Felick. He'll be a senior nose guard.
Prairie Grove's won the toss, and they have elected to receive, Ryan. So that's we want the ball, and we want to try to score and establish ourselves early.
Nothing wrong with being aggressive.
We're getting ready for the kickoff. Let's do one more quick commercial break. We'll come back for the kickoff.
Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Washington County, call Trey Autry at 479-442-4266.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated, Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Just a few seconds here away from kickoff tonight. Ryan, over the, you know, I was telling you about the history of the rivalry the game over the last 19 years or so. What's interesting, there's not a lot. Here come the Prairie Grove Tigers onto the field, and the smoke's down on the Lions side, so they're about to come through, and here they come as well. So, but I was saying, there hasn't been a lot of close games. Over 19 years, the closest game was a 12-7 back in 2004, and in the last 10 years, there was an 18-14 in 2006, and that's pretty much it. The last, here's the other scores: 42-14 Gravette, 44-0 Gravette, 44-17 Prairie Grove, 35-14 Gravette, 38-28 Gravette, and then 55-0 Prairie Grove, 28-7 Prairie Grove, 39-27 Prairie Grove, and 44-19 Prairie Grove. So not a ton of close games here.
No, and you would think with Gravette being right outside of Bentonville, they're actually one of the largest schools in 4A right now. So they're getting a ton of students. They got this brand new facility. You know, I know it's probably, 8 years old now, but it's still a really nice facility. Their press box is one of the nicest. We're very taken care of tonight. So I can only see them, you know, with the facilities and the influx of students, getting better every year.
Well, we have Disney back deep. Disney last week, I don't know if you had a chance to see his run back.
I'm pretty sure it was on Twitter right after it happened, because even in Dallas I was able to watch it.
Chris Childers getting ready to kick off for the Lions.
You know, I said size earlier, and you read off some 200s. There's a 300-pounder out there.
This one looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and Boy, that almost got to the pylon there and went out in the end zone, but it does go out of bounds around the 1-yard line. So Prairie Grove's going to get it 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Kick rolls out of bounds at the Lions 2-yard line.
So Tigers going to start first. There's some, you see the defensive line there. He's a linebacker there, number 50.
Well, number 77, I saw him on the sidelines a minute ago, and I looked because I was like, man, 6'2", 350. You forgot to mention that size.
We should see him somewhere.
His brother from another mother right beside him, number 78, is 290 at 5'11". So there's some size there.
Prairie Grove starts off in their base set tonight. Laird under center. Laird's going to give to Anthony Johnson around the left side. There goes Johnson running hard. He's going to pick, just a tough run there. He's going to get about 6 yards. Several of the Lions in on the tackle, led by number 45, Bailey Soleil.
I love the fact that when Anthony runs, he always gets that extra yard. It may be 2, but he keeps turning them feet and moving forward. He may even spin a little bit to get down, but he will get those extra yards.
Kyle Sam at fullback. It's a fake to Johnson. There's Laird. He throws.
He's going to be out of bounds.
He's going to be out of bounds. That's Disney. Excellent catch there by Disney, but it goes out of bounds. Going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Uh-oh, they're ringing the bell here on 3rd down.
3rd down, 4 for the Tigers. Just getting underway. Scott Sugg watching from DFW.
Yeah, I was just there last week.
Mandy says the bell's ringing for our Tigers. Here come the Tigers on 3rd down and 4.
It's going to be Burton in motion.
And quick pitch. And that is Johnson. He's not going to make it. Nice tackle that time by number 10, Austin O'Brien.
That is one of their main guys on offense. They put him in the backfield. They put him out at kind of a little split back. He's kind of their all-purpose guy.
Well, Prairie Grove, here comes the punt team. At first, they did not come out immediately. It's going to be 4th down and 2, so Prairie Grove, a good way for Gravette to start tonight with, the Gravette Lions trying to make a statement tonight. They hold Prairie Grove to 3 and out. Now John David Elder back to punt. Haven't seen a lot of John David Elder because Prairie Grove's done so well offensively.
Back for Gravette's going to be number 23, Brady Moorman.
Low snap, but plenty of time and a nice kick. And it looks going to be a fair catch. He's going to catch it down right around the 21-yard line. What a nice punt that time by John David Elder.
That's almost a 40-yard punt right there.
And it had a nice hang time on it. Gave the Tigers plenty of time to get down there and cover. So if you're Gravette, you definitely are happy with that first series. Prairie Grove elected to receive, and you hold them to a 3 and out and get the ball back.
Yeah, that's definitely a victory for Gravette. The thing on our side is it didn't hurt us none. They're getting the ball at the 20, so it's not like we gave up really good field position.
Here it is, 1st down, and Gravette give, and it breaks a tackle. Nice job. That's Stone Bryant helping out along with, I believe, Reed Orr.
It looks like Fiddler. Fiddler had a hold of the ball there, and then Stone Bryant took him the rest of the way down.
But a good run that time. As Gravette picks up about 6 yards. Very similar to Prairie Grove's first play.
They're a team that kind of huddles at the line. They don't really get in a traditional
They still haven't
huddle.
started the clock, Ryan. There it goes. He was in bounds. Quick drop, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Boy, this is almost a mirror image. They did the same thing, had an incomplete pass. Now they've got a 3rd down and 4. Let's see what the Tigers can do.
Wondering right there, Clay did a good job defending right there. It's an overthrown pass, but, what they saw on film that said that they could pass on Clay. I mean, number 88, Mason Martinez, he's a 5'9", 165 pounds. Clay has several inches on him.
Here is the give, and the Tigers are going to stop them. So both teams go 3 and out. Good job up front.
Trying to see a couple guys get off the ground there.
One of them was Burton.
West and
Burton was one of them
Burton.
for sure. Yep.
Great job right there on the 3rd down.
On the carry was O'Brien, as you talked about earlier. We'd see a lot of him tonight. He was on the carry. He picked up a couple, but not enough for the first, so 4th down and 2. Both teams very similar, got 8 yards on their first possessions.
Yeah, but we have Disney.
Disney back.
We'll
They're
take Disney
going to
for a
kick it
punt.
away from Disney. Disney's trying to get over there and get to it. It might bounce to him. He's got a chance. Disney's around the left side. He's over the 40. Disney gets up close to the 43-yard line. So, boy, if that ball had bounced just a little bit, hit the ground quicker, he would have had a little more room there. But he does pick up a few yards, gets up to the 44.
You know they got to hate. Everybody in the conference has got to be like, oh, man, got to punt to him?
Well, they punted away from him, and then the ball hit the ground and bounced right towards him. You know, it didn't bounce away from him, so he did get where we would have started close to the 35. He picked up about 9 yards on the return, so first down and 10 for the Tigers. There is Laird. He's going to give. That is Reed Orr over the 50, and a pretty good job there by Reed.
That's going to be Mormon, number 23, on the tackle. Kind of an awkward handoff right there between Zeke and Reed. I don't know if one of them got a little flat and one came a little deep, but Fither will be our split in this time.
First down and 10, or second down and 4 for the Tigers. There's the give up the middle. Kyle Sam, maybe a yard, Ryan. Tough going inside that time.
We'll call that one a win for the Lions.
You're going to bring up third down and 3. 9 minutes to go here in
We have
the
our
first
own
quarter.
bell at home for when we score. They have a bell here for third down.
Disney comes out here, split to the right side. And
Feeling the reverse here, wingback reverse.
well, it's our base set. It's just going to be a give to Kyle Sam again, and Kyle is going to be close to the first, going to depend on the spot.
I think they're going to give it to him. That was our 27 read right there.
Bailey Soleil again, lead tackler, and based off where they spot it, that's first down.
Anytime Kyle Sam can get the call to run behind Reed, Reed is a great blocking back, and so they'll put him at halfback. He's a little bit slower at the sweep than some of our speed guys, but he hits with the force. But then you can go right into that 27 read, and he's the first guy out there on the linebacker, and you can follow right behind him. He's a great lead blocker.
2 wing set this time for the Tigers. First down and 10, ball at the Gravette 46.
Zeke audible at the line.
In motion goes Reed Orr. He's going to give to Reed. Reed's hit at the line. Not much going there. Good job by the defense of Gravette that time. No gain on the play. Maybe they're going to give him a forward progress. He may have gotten a half a yard.
Short gain for Prairie Grove on first down. Bring up second down and 9.
Kind of hope to get your goal on first down is really kind of get, 3-4 yards, be ahead of the chains. A little bit behind now.
Again, a double wing set, Ryan. It's second down and 9 for the Tigers. Laird under center. And in motion this time, that is Weston Smith. Weston cuts back. Look at Weston Smith. Lowers the boom there. Goes inside. And Weston.
Great run right there, Weston.
Weston picks up the first down inside the Gravette 35 down to the 33.
He's going to be tackled by number 35, Brandon Ballard. You know, what's different about this is that we're running a normally we run a 2 tight and a 2 wing set. And here we're doing a double split, double wing set. So no tight ends on the line. We got 5 guys.
And now in motion. And now the give up the middle, Kyle Sam. Kyle Sam just covering it up, running hard and strong. One of the tacklers there, number 30. Mormon's there, and also Dylan Groover.
You know, it's a different formation for us. Again, this is not a formation you see us run. I like it. It's working. It's almost like they're trying to set up the triple option here.
It's a double wing set again. This time, straight drop is Laird. Laird looking for the end zone. And knocked away. Good job there. That was number 35. Brandon Ballard broke up the play.
Yeah, I really thought Disney had that one too. He kind of looked like he had about a yard on him, but then ball hung a little bit, and Ballard made a great play on the ball. He timed his jump perfectly.
Well, Prairie Grove definitely took a shot for the end zone. They had second and short. This is definitely 4 down territory, so they got 2 downs to get a yard.
That's the time to do it.
Double wing set again. Laird looks like he's going to audible again from the line, so he's reading the defense as he comes up. A little jump there, but Kyle Sam up the middle, he's got the first down.
Great job right there. I love seeing the coaches give him enough, or give him that allowance to get up to the line and say, hey, here's what we got, let's do this. It's picking up our tempo a little bit too, which is different.
Well, I like it, and I like, Zeke's a very, very smart player, so that he's the kind of guy you can allow to make those decisions.
It's not like the what was that year where they asked Newton on the Gruden show? It's like, what plays are you? He's like, well, coach just kind of tells me 3 or 4 things.
There is Reed Orr. He's going to be wrapped up back there. First hit by number 2, Gunnar Berger. And
that's about the second time we ran that play. It's not looking good tonight.
Well, Gravette's been playing Prairie Grove a long time, and Prairie Grove's been running this essentially same offense for a long time. So they know we run a lot of sweeps. They know we'll run the wing back reverse. We'll hit up the middle. But that's
same plays, different formations.
Well, we lost 3 yards on that play, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Tigers.
We'll go back to our base set.
Here comes the wing back. No. Yeah, it is. It's wing back reverse. And
is that Burton?
Burton on the carry. He's going to get it down to about the 17. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. Wow, it's a good run. He got it down there. 3rd down and 6 now.
Hey, that makes a manageable 3rd down go there.
O'Brien on the tackle. So, again, Prairie Grove probably in 4-down territory. So 3rd down, long 6 for the Tigers. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Laird's going to be in the shotgun.
Trips to the left.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's a straight drop, cross, good cut. A slant pass
Cooper.
there. And that's
DeMarcus Cooper takes about 5 of them to get him down.
Coop gets it inside the 10, down close to the 8-yard line. Good play
job
call.
right there.
Yep.
Coop, the outside receiver right there, kind of runs a 5-yard, 5 to 10 yard kind of coming across the middle and just slows down.
And just kind of slowed down and said.
He was in that open spot right there.
So 1st down and 10 or 1st and goal for the Tigers, ball at the 8-yard line, and now Laird comes under center. Plenty of time on the play clock. Laird's going to give. That's Reed Orr down,
man,
close. He's going to be just inside the 1 and just short of the goal line.
That's more of our short sweep right there. You know, we've been trying to get him outside, and we've been getting hit. Lost the yards. There we go with more of a short sweep, and he's able to pick up positive yardage.
Well, what a good run after, Reed had been stopped a couple of times. This time Reed barrels his way inside the 1, probably to about the half-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. You saw this a little bit last week down in Dallas. Let's hope we have better fortune.
Oh, don't even start.
There is Laird.
We couldn't do that right there.
Give him 6. Zeke Laird in the end zone. And the Tigers strike first. They drive the ball 55 yards for the touchdown. If there was a key play in that drive, what would you say the key play was for you in that one, Ryan?
You know, getting behind the chains there on 1st down and getting that 2nd and 13, and having Burton run that to get a manageable 3rd down.
Wow.
Oh, we got a fake.
Fake, cross the middle, and he's got it. Hey! That's Weston Smith. Give him 2 for Weston Smith.
Was that Fiddler that threw that? It was.
It was Zeke. It was Zeke Laird.
We got a replay?
You got a replay, Nacho? Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. They sponsor all touchdowns by the Tigers. They give $30 Prairie Grove Athletics. They do the same thing, Ryan, for Lincoln and for Farmington. So
really,
can
we have a competition to see who cost them the most money?
I think
we won last year.
I think we won last year, but
can we start getting like a running total on here on screen of Lincoln, Farmington, Prairie Grove? Who's going to get paid?
I don't know.
I
don't know PG Telco. I don't know how they might feel about that one. But a touchdown for the Tigers nonetheless, and they lead 8-0.
That's called friendly competition. I'm not trying to start anything.
Well, a good drive and a nice extra point there. And Weston Smith got a 2-point conversion last week, so he's 2 for 2. He got a reception last week, and now the Tigers getting ready to kick. Fiddler gets ready to kick.
Looking at our coverage unit here. See Simrad, Preston, Stone Bryant, Carl Simpson
and
on
it's
this
a
right
good,
side.
Good kick, going to be fielded right around the 15 and tackled around the 22-yard line.
Great job right there.
Number 23, that is Brady Mormon. So the Tigers now going defense. The Lions will have the ball. They've had the ball twice, both times right around the same place. Last time it was 21, this time the 22-yard line for Gravette. So Tigers are going to make them march the field.
I like it.
4:27 to go here in the first quarter. Prairie Grove up 8-0. Lions with a single back set in motion. And here is the give. And he's going to be slung down. Oh, no. He's still up. I'll tell you what.
I see Johnson back there. I see Clay Fiddler back there. Saul Walker.
Well, Burton, was it Burton that had him first? What was interesting is that's Brady Mormon. He's 5'6", 137. He didn't go down easy.
No, he was fighting.
I like the way that young man runs the ball. I really do. He's tough.
Yeah, I know. I keep waiting for the replay there. I keep looking back, seeing if we're going to see that guy lose his helmet there.
Here it is.
We're giving the look at Nacho.
No, it wasn't. It was Dawson West that had him initially. Thought they had him, and then finally he was brought down. Helmet came off. Here's going back to live action up the middle. Not much going there.
Roberts on the carry, let a 2-yard gain to bring up third down for Gravette.
Looks like that was Burton on the tackle that time.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12 after the first down loss.
We like these numbers.
3:30 to go here in the first quarter.
Obvious passing situation. He's going to be in the shotgun, kind of a pistol
formation. And he's lined
formation.
up deep in that shot. That's a deep shotgun. And now fakes twice, and now he's going to keep. He's going to be sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Looks like Zeke Laird there.
Here it is on the replay. He's back. He faked twice, and then he's tackled. And, yeah, we got
– that's Zeke and Burton.
And on that tackle. So now Gravette's going to have to punt inside their own 20 at around the 19-yard line.
And we have Disney.
Disney standing at midfield. The punter, I believe, is the quarterback, Kilby Roberts. Man, he's got – and a good punt by Roberts. And Disney, can he get around the corner? He gets around one. Not much going this time.
Smart job on his part right there, not trying to do a bunch of moves and gain that extra yard. He went ahead and took the one route he had.
That was an excellent punt. When Disney,
he
had to go over his shoulder to go field it, but he did field it. Prairie Grove again with excellent field position. We started last time, I think, right around the same place, the 44, 45-yard line. We started at 35. So we've had excellent field position. Gravette's been backed up in their side of the field most of the night so far.
Yeah, starting at their 20 every time. They've had 2 possessions, both starting at the 20.
First down and 10 for Prairie Grove. Again, a double wing set.
The difference here is we do have the tight end.
And there is Anthony Johnson. And Johnson breaks a tackle, gets close to the first down marker and be short, picks up about 8 yards.
I love that little short sweep right there with Reed or Johnson just barreling their way up kind of over the tackle tight end area right there. You know, a lot of times the guys want to kick that outside and get to the wide side of the field. Not those guys. They'd much rather run right there at the left tackle.
I really do. I like to see them go north and south.
Yes, yes.
The only guy I like to see go east and west for just a little bit is Disney, and then he can go north and south.
We're going to be in a 2-over set.
And now Zeke rolling, steps back, throws, complete.
That's a 23 read pass.
It's complete to Disney, but it's a short gain. He may have only got a yard. It's going to bring him a 3rd down and a yard still for.
They really didn't give a whole lot of forward progress there.
Man, they moved him back.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They went where he went out of bounds at instead of where he caught it at. But I'm guessing they're thinking he still had the chance to make an athletic play afterwards, maybe.
I guess so. Yeah, they move it a reception of a yard loss on the play. So now 3rd down and a long 3. Here's a quick slant, and Disney's not able to get that one.
A little low right there. You know, Zeke usually spot on, not trying to knock him any right there. That one's a little low. You don't want to get it behind him and give up an interception. So I'm okay with that, but it was just a hair low.
Boy, if he could have got him in stride there, Disney had a little bit of room, possibly make something happen. But it's 4th down, and the Tigers aren't coming off the field this time, so they're going to go for it on 4th down, long 3 for Prairie Grove. 1:17 to go here in the first quarter.
We will take the tight end and put Disney in and split him out to the left. This is back to that two-split, two-wing set.
And here comes the give up the middle, and Kyle Sam's
No
not
go.
going to get there. So Gravette stops him on 4th down, and so Gravette's going to get the chance.
In there on that stop was 50 and 57. 50 is going to be Chase Palmer, and 57 Drew Hendren for the Gravette Lions. You know, that was a long 3rd down for them to kind of go up the middle. I don't know if he saw something where they thought they may be playing the corners and they could break one of those little inside draws.
We may have got, yeah.
But that's not typical for us.
No, and it's now Gravette gets their best starting field position of the game at their own 48. 1:12 to go here in the first quarter.
Gravette will go with trips to this near side, shotgun with a protector right beside him, and one to the other.
It's Roberts. He's going to give.
That's number 10. That's our all-purpose guy.
And that's Austin O'Brien. He breaks 1 tackle, not 2. Sugg in on the tackle.
Stone Bryant there.
Stone Bryant, and it looks like Lair was making his way in there too. So good job by the gang tackling there by the Tigers. Going to lose a yard on the play, 2nd and 11.
You know, in Gravette's a team, they'll run that shotgun a lot with a single back. They'll put, 2 tight ends up the line. They'll kind of power you a little bit, and then they'll go to more of a spread look and try to run out of that. But typically they're looking to run. They're not very often looking for the pass first. They will.
They got twins to both sides. As Roberts from the shotgun, he's back, he quick drop, slant, complete, and Burton's going to ride him down like a bull there.
Fiddler.
Was that Fiddler? I'm
26
sorry.
and 28 look the exact same from here.
Yep, you're right. That was Fiddler.
Burton was en route to decapitate, though.
That Mormon on the reception. And it's 3rd down and 7 for Gravette. And I don't know if they're going to get a playoff or not. Looks like they're going to try to get it off. Got about 10 seconds to go. And really the play clock is meaningless at this point. 5 seconds to go. They're going to get it snapped. And he's not going to snap it. That's going to do it for the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Prairie Grove leads Gravette 8-0. We'll be back for the second quarter.
Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person. With a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Washington County, call Trey Autry at 479-442-4266.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Let's face it, the internet has become part of our day-to-day life. You find your news there, you pay your bills there, you do some shopping there, and on the internet with PG Telco, you got a lot of things on your side. First of all, Zing Broadband, moving at the speed of life. And then there's the 110 years of experience you get with PG Telco and a 24-hour repair service guarantee that you may not find elsewhere. So be it your home or your business, PG Telco has you up to speed with Zing Broadband. Connect fast with us. Call 479-846-7200. 479-846-7200. PG Telco, moving at the speed of life.
Okay, we're back with you. We'll go through the stats of the first quarter. Prairie Grove 72 yards total offense to Gravette's 8. Here's a quick drop, looks, throws. He's going long, overthrows.
Second time tonight they kind of thrown at Disney there. Or, I'm sorry, not Disney, Fiddler. Actually, 3rd time they've thrown at Fiddler. Twice where they just take a guy and go long and try to give a jump ball, but what they don't realize is Fiddler is an athlete. I know he's not Disney, but he's a heck of an athlete.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Tall, too.
Well, they went after him with Austin O'Brien. It was overthrown by Roberts, and it's going to be 4th down. And so Gravette now wants to back Prairie Grove up. And they weren't able to capitalize. They got 4 yards there, so they've got a total of 12 yards of total offense here so far in the game. Prairie Grove with 72.
Great job by our defense that time.
Well, we kind of get a little bit of pressure this time, and now fair
That's
catch
Fiddler.
call, and Fiddler fields it at the 21. You know that part of the grass right there, now that we flip the field, that's been a place that games have taken place a lot tonight.
It has. 2 of their 3 possessions starting right there at the exact same spot that ours will start at now.
Just getting underway in the second quarter. 11:49 to go. Prairie Grove leading 8-0.
Not every drive from this point has stalled out, so let's see if it changes.
I tell you, I want to compliment our Gravette host. This is one of the best places to come and do a game. It's nice from where we are, and they feed us, and they feed us well. I actually got a menu.
Fed you?
Yeah, you got here late. I actually was asked what we wanted.
Oh,
so
wow.
I gave some requests. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. There's the give. Not much going inside. So the last 2 times we've run the ball inside, not a lot there.
Read or that time on the carry. Yeah, I experienced a little of your frustration today because I went bypass route. I had to run my wife and pick up a kid. I experienced the 49 traffic today, and that's ugly.
From quoting the Titans, welcome to my life, Yost. Okay, first, 2nd down and 10 for Prairie Grove. Now Zeke's rolling to his right, throws a little low to Disney, but he's able to haul it in, and it's going to make it 3rd and manageable for the Tigers.
Good job right there executing that play. I know it's a little low, but again, it's a completion. It's 8 yards, and we're going to be in a 3rd and short situation.
3rd down, short 3 for the Tigers.
Fiddler will run the play in. I like Johnson right here.
And so do the coaches, and he's got the first and a little more.
As hard as he's running lately, why would you not have it in his hands?
Johnson on the carry.
There's that little short sweep that I love seeing because, again, we don't have that chance for them to catch us in the backfield. It kind of takes a little pressure off our tight end and our wing back for kind of hemming them in. They can kick them out.
Groover and Childress on the tackle for the Lions, but the Tigers get a 1st down at the 36-yard line. Got twins to the right side. Laird going to give a quick pitch. A little behind him, but still, man, look at Johnson. He runs hard. He's going to battle his way and get about 5 yards on that, Ryan.
Where's Hawkins at? I want him to get behind them like Ragnow did for Arkansas that day and just kind of push him that extra 3 yards.
And now looking at the scores, P. Ridge leads Lincoln 6-0.
That's closer than I thought it would be. P. Ridge just looked really good this year, and it's at P. Ridge.
Nashville leading Fountain Lake 14, and I believe it's 14-6. Fountain Lake trails Nashville. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. Double wing, single back behind the quarterback. In motion.
McNatt.
That is McNatt. McNatt's got a little room. He turns it upfield. Look at McNatt. McNatt over the 50, still on his feet. Down, knocked down to the 46-yard line, brought down by, I believe that was 10, Austin O'Brien.
1st down right there. Great job. That's that 49 sweep. They're going to bring him in motion just a little bit and hand it off to him. And so we got extra blockers over there in the form of fullback and halfback.
Well, the Tigers now in Lion territory at the 47-yard line. And now in motion. Wow, and Laird's in trouble. He's sacked. Good job that time. I believe that's number 8. That is Colton Grimes.
Got an unblocked outside linebacker there. I think we thought he was probably going to go in coverage right there. So great job by Gravette calling that blitz up right there.
Yeah, good defensive call that time by Gravette. A 6-yard loss, going to bring up 2nd down and 16 for the Tigers. It's a big loss there. Prairie Grove was on the march.
It is kind of a running down. You know, we didn't have any reason to throw necessarily, but it looked like we were getting ready to take a shot, and they just called the perfect play because that guy usually is going to drop back in coverage.
In motion, that is McNatt, but Laird again in
Same
trouble,
play.
and they sack Laird again. This time back to the 43, and Grimes again. And now.
Got a flag on the play, though. That sounds more like a personal foul for someone.
That's us. I believe we shoved at the end of the play there. I didn't see who did it, but I believe it's going to be a dead ball foul against us after another 4 yards. That was going to bring up 3rd and 20. Now it's going to be 3rd and maybe 35.
I won't say a name.
Well, let's find out who it was. Well, they called it on number 53 for the Tigers. Ethan Davis. And Davis, got to kind of keep your head cool out there.
We don't want to replay on that, Nacho.
That's going to back it up to the Prairie Grove 28-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
It
35
is 35 yards to go.
If my old throw deep to Disney.
If my old partner was here, I'd ask him what did Miami run against Notre Dame in 1989. He knows. They made a 3rd and 35.
Wow.
Zeke back to pass. Going to go long. He's got
Got it.
Disney! There goes Disney! 20, 15, 10, 5. Give him 6.
There is a flag. I don't know what it is. There's someone right in the middle
It's
of the
going to be
line.
a flag all the way back at the 29-yard line. So Prairie Grove's got to back it back up. We got all worked up for nothing.
I mean, I don't know how they didn't know that was coming. That's just pure athleticism because everybody knew that many yards on a third down, it's going to Disney deep.
Well, the Prairie Grove guys are backing up. And what I'm hearing in my right ear is that it was motion, but let's see what the refs are going to call.
You know, one right there, they threw it kind of right at the center. It's almost like maybe he's messing with the ball or something right there, trying to get somebody to jump off sides.
I don't know if you got anything for 3rd and 40.
Yeah, same thing. 1T, throw to Disney. I mean, you just have such an advantage with his speed. I'd have a guy 15 yards.
There's no flag on the play, so we'll still give him 6.
Wow. That was a long time talking. Brought everybody back. Here's the replay.
Let's see the replay. Here we go. Laird's looking over there. Disney split out to the right side. And now just straight drop.
3-step drop and chunk it.
And it was just a straight fly pattern. And there he goes, and he leads him enough. And there goes Mr. Disney.
You know, pretty decent coverage right there by number 10, their go-to guy.
It was just it led him just enough. Disney takes it in for another touchdown. Sponsored by PG Telco, and the Tigers lead 14-0. And now kicking is
Fiddler.
Clay Fiddler out of the hold of Zeke Laird. And a good snap, and the kick is on the way, and it looks like it is good. With 8:17 to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove now 15, Gravette 0. We'll be back after this.
Everett Chevrolet, proud sponsors of Prairie Grove High School athletics and also proud of their huge inventory, both new or used. You'll find what you're looking for at Everett Chevrolet. Are you looking for the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road? You're looking for the Chevy Silverado, and they've got them. How about the Chevy Camaro? How about the Chevy Corvette? It's all waiting for you at Everett Chevrolet. Family-owned and customer-friendly. Everett Chevrolet, I-49 at Elm Springs Road. Everett Chevrolet says, go Tigers!
Well, Ryan, what a break there for the Tigers. It looked like we may go back and have a 3rd and 40 instead. The points stay, and it was a great throw, good defense, like you said, pretty good coverage, but he did let Disney get behind him in a way just that step, and that's all Disney will need. And now the Tigers getting ready to kick.
And Disney does a great job of high pointing a ball in stride.
That's a good observation, Ryan. It really is. Ball's going to bounce.
Appreciate that.
It's going to be Mormon. And they's going to be wrapped up, drop at the 23-yard line.
Looks like 74.
That's Sugg. And was that 58 as well over there for the Tigers?
Is either 58 or 59. Both of them running side by side from where they got up. So.
Well, that's another Sugg. If it's
Sugg and Carl Simpson, both of them right there. I couldn't tell which number it was. Both of them with similar builds too.
Well. Yeah, Prairie Grove's in the visiting yellow on white jerseys, which
they're just terrible.
We
to see.
abhor.
You get this nice bright light here, and it just washes everything out. All right, at both our safety positions, we have Jet Johnson and Stone Bryant. Corners, we're going to have Disney and Fiddler.
Roberts puts a man in motion. Deaton, and he gives it out to Bryan. He breaks tackle of Laird, and he's met, but he's going to get the first down. Nice job that time by
Laird. Almost had him.
Austin O'Brien. Laird was just a little bit outstretched arms, didn't have enough of his body into that tackle.
Well, Stone Bryan comes over and kind of helps out there.
I believe that's Gravette's first down of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Did they get another one?
I don't know.
I'm looking at my stats guy here to see if he can.
We're going to have kind of a king set here where we got twins. They usually give to this motion guy.
And they do. That's Mormon. Mormon around the left side. He's got some room, and Mormon Going to be brought down by Burton and Johnson, but not before he picks up.
Nah, he's a little short. About a yard short.
He picks up about well, he does pick up 9 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. So this is Gravette got their first down on the last play.
Now you watch, a lot of times they'll run that exact same play, but they'll fake the handoff, and the quarterback will go straight up the gut.
7:10 to go here in the first half. Tigers up 15-0, but Gravette with their best possession of the night so far.
There you go, similar formation. Got 2 guys over this side, and they'll motion a guy.
And now this time it's 37 coming in motion, and the give is going to be right up the middle to O'Brien, and O'Brien just forces his way up to the 47. Good run, tough running. Reed Orr, one of the tacklers.
Wasn't the quarterback that time. Usually let the quarterback kind of do the fake and then go. But that time they give him to the deep back, and he picks up the first down.
Burton also on that tackle. And now Gravette with the ball at their own 47.
John David in at safety along with Johnson.
And now
ball's
on the ground, and where'd it end up?
We trying to see who knocked that out.
We may be able to see on the replay.
I think
Gravette got the ball back. That actually helped Gravette because we had him backed up for a loss. They're going to pick up about 4 yards.
All right, Nacho, we're counting on you, man. We turned around here for the replay. Putting you on the spot, Nacho.
Okay. Sugg got it, and
it just squirts forward.
Just squirts forward and went. So Sugg did a nice job there, but then Gravette gets it, and they pick up 4 yards where they probably would have had 2nd and 10. They now have 2nd and 6. And again, this time they give up the middle. Wow.
Yeah, man, he squirted through there that time.
That was a Groover on the play, or the run.
Good hold that time
Looks like
on the offensive line for Gravette.
Looks like Sol Walker was one of the tacklers there. It's 3rd down and 2. They're seeing something up the middle, Ryan, because they're starting to go there. They've gone there 2 or 3 times in a row now. They got Groover again at the tailback. And this is their deepest penetration down to the Prairie Grove 45 again. This time, no. Walker and who else we got in there?
50-something. I'm waiting to see the net.
Big Jack Stone. 4th and 3 for Gravette. You got to believe, as the game has gone so far, and this is their deepest penetration, that this is probably go-for-it time for Gravette. And a lot of the game could be resting here. If they make it and they go in and score, you're going to cut the lead down. If you miss it, you're going to get Prairie Grove the ball in really good field position with just about enough time to go and score. So
we will have a bunch of guys up at the line.
Mormon in motion.
I was going to say make sure
they tried to get him a jump, and Prairie Grove didn't jump. Now they got trips to the far side, and now they're going to go ahead and run their play. Now Mormon comes back in motion the other way. It's a quick pitch out to Austin, and he got the corner. And he's got the first down, and he goes inside the 35. Stone Bryant tripped him up. But Gravette, good play, good run that time. Like what they did, they brought a man in motion to our near side, and they went to the far side with the pitch. And he got the corner.
They're going to sit there and call timeout. A lot of teams, when that first thing and they don't jump off sides, you'll get a timeout as time runs down. They go ahead and run the play, so that's really good.
Now,
pass. Saul's there.
Wow, look at that. Saul was there, and then that is Zeke Laird.
Good job, Zeke.
Man, I wish they'd have given us that kind of forward position on Disney's catch a while ago. They're going to give him up to the 39, but it's still a 5-yard loss.
That's what I say. It's still a loss, though.
Yeah, he ended up going down around the 45, but that's about right.
Good job by Saul and Zeke that time. Saul was in the quarterback's face in no time, and Zeke right there in coverage.
Excellent defensive call that time by Coach Craig Laird. It's going to be 2nd down and 15, 3:45 to go here in the first half. That's O'Brien. Fakes it to him. He's looking across the middle, and it's intercepted. And that's Disney. Oh, no, here he goes. Oh,
he didn't even see that guy. He did not see that guy.
Oh, what a hit.
That's 38. Or 88. Mason Martinez. He did not see him. We'll see the replay on that. Here it is. Disney, you can see he's looking down the field. He doesn't.
No, he didn't see him at all. And I'll tell you what, Disney was smelling the end zone again. he had that look of
Next time, let's.
Is that Disney still down?
Yeah, it is. Next time, let's have Fiddler go ahead and do something with that guy, because he's getting up.
Looks like Disney's going to get up. Bob
He
just
probably just knocked the air out of him.
knocked the wind out of him. When you get blindsided, hit like that, and that was a good,
That was a great, clean
excellent,
hit. Nothing
clean
wrong with
hit.
that
Liked it. Martinez was a good, clean shot on him that time. Good form tackle. I mean, that's the way you teach it right there.
It's just really hard when you can't see. When you're looking downfield and you don't see a guy and he ear holes you.
Shiloh leading Huntsville 21-0. They're in the first quarter still. Pea Ridge and Lincoln still at 6-0. Now Prairie Grove with the interception. 3.5 minutes to go. Just enough time to go in there and sneak it in, Ryan, before halftime. And now here is Burton. Burton is going to pick up about 7. Burton's missed the last couple of weeks.
Don't throw punches on the first play.
And he's back, and we need him. He's just such a tough player. He picks up 6 yards on that. So 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Tigers 2nd down and 4. Burton is at the wingback position. And now this is to give.
Is that Orr?
I believe it was Johnson, and Johnson's going to be close to the first down.
That is Johnson.
Several of the Lions in on the tackle.
He's gonna pick up the first down though.
One of them was with Grimes, who had a couple of sacks earlier, but Tigers get it to the 39. Can you believe after going, we had a 3rd and 35 and scored a touchdown. That's one for the PG record books. That's a good one. First down and 10 for the Tigers, ball at their own 39. Here is the fake, and Laird throws across the middle. It's a little high.
Oh,
DeMarcus Cooper,
that
intended
one's
receiver.
on Laird, though. That one's on Laird. Hung him out just a hair there.
Childress on the coverage that time for the Lions. Man, yeah, that was a good play. Just Zeke a little high on that one. Prairie Grove trying to make it 5 in a row over the Lions tonight. Off to a good start, leading 15-0. 2:36 to go here in the first half. This time we got Disney at the wing back, and he goes long. He's going to throw.
Deep.
He's looking for Disney, and no.
I think Disney heard footsteps there because he was looking at guys instead of watching the ball on that one.
A couple of guys. He was in double coverage that time, but it's now 3rd down and 10 and 2:28 to go. So Prairie Grove doesn't. If Prairie Grove doesn't make it here, you definitely want to punt, not give them any chance to get anything before the half or anything, make them work for it at least.
Right.
3rd down and 10 for the Tigers, ball out there on 39, 2:28 to go.
You know, someone we haven't thrown to tonight is Fiddler. Haven't seen a route or a look in his direction.
We got Weston Smith split out to this side and pass across. There's DeMarcus, and again, a little high to Coop and unable to hang on to it, and so it's going to be 4th down for the Tigers. Punting units coming on. It was there.
It's there. It's there. It's just a hair high every time. Maybe he's still remembering Dylan. He's still got 6'7" in his mind.
He didn't throw to him too much last year. Zeke is our
guy with great hands.
Zeke's our long snapper too. Zeke's all over the place.
He is.
John David Elder, good snap, and another good punt by Elder. A fair catch already called for down at the 25. Zeke Laird staring Austin O'Brien right there as he takes the fair catch. So if the Lions are going to score before the half, they're going to have to march 75 yards to do it.
In 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Wow, I just saw the score go across. Lincoln leading Pea Ridge 7-6.
No.
Lincoln leads Pea Ridge 7-6, and I believe they're shocked over there in Pea Ridge tonight. Do what? Oh. We have the camera. We have the camera lady for the high school team talking some smack over here already. Here's the drop and looks, throws, knocked down, and that was that Laird?
Either Dawson West or
Laird. That's Laird. Yep.
Both of them right there on the play.
I am really surprised by that score. Here it is. Let's see if we can get it the replay before they go back to live action. I believe it was
one of them. They both were jumping up with a hand in the air. Don't finish that song.
Twins to both sides, and a keeper this time by Roberts. He's going to be dropped at the 27. Jack Stone's one of the tacklers. They come out of the pile. Looks like Saul Walker.
Burton also.
So good job that time by the Tigers. We're going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
You love seeing both your inside linebackers coming in off the bottom, helping the guy up off the bottom of the pile.
This wouldn't be a bad place for a timeout. You got 3 left, and if you hold them, you got some time left. But it looks like Prairie Grove's going to let them march that thing on down, and if we do get it back, it'll be about 1 minute and 20 seconds if we do get it back.
You act like you want to score again.
Of course I do. 2 receivers to the far side, I backfield, and now Roberts drops, throws, and he's in trouble, and Saul Walker gets him back at the 20, and his Tigers going to and
Laird is running.
He's running out there, gets the timeout. I said $1.20, and that's what we got left. 19. He clicked one more off on me.
Well, it wasn't for the efforts of Laird because he was chugging it down the field. We're talking about Coach Laird too this time.
Yeah, Coach Laird calls a timeout. Gravette's going to have to punt just the ball inside their own 20 with 1:19. Let's call it if he gets it 40 yards, that will put it around we should get the ball around midfield.
Definitely. And, I wonder, you get Disney in this time, even though he's a little rattled maybe from that hit, or you let Fiddler field this one. You let Fiddler field the last one. Say that 5 times fast.
I would, for me and my money, I would put it on Mr. Disney. No, now there's an updated score. That was quick. So P. Ridge now leading Lincoln 21-7. So somebody's sending falsehoods over the internet tonight. Gentry and Berryville. Berryville leading Gentry 22-15.
Fiddler will be back deep. I'm telling you, after that shot, I feel like Disney is just a hair rattled. Not a lot, but a hair. He's thinking.
Camera girl over here still talking smack. Okay. So Disney's going to be standing at midfield. We have 1 minute and 19 seconds to go.
Fiddler.
Is it Fiddler?
It's Fiddler.
Okay.
The white gloves kind of give it away.
All right.
I can't see his number.
Prairie Grove's coming after it, and it's a low kick. You got to feel it's going to let it go out of bounds at the 41. Okay. So the Tigers will have the ball 1st down and 10, ball at their own. Well, man, he can't see very well. That went out right at the 41-yard line. He got lazy and marked it at the 40. I shouldn't say that stuff over there. Anyway, sorry. 1:12 left to go here in the first half. Ryan, you've got 2 timeouts left.
I feel like you kind of spread them out right here and then run it. I mean, that's kind of
I think you do one and see if you can break it.
You got the timeout to use,
and then
we got 2.
And then you use it, and then you go to the passing game if it's not successful. But we'll see
what
they do.
I'm glad you see it my way.
Well, I don't think they're going to listen to us because they've got guys split out all over the place as Laird drops straight back. But they are going to give it to Johnson. But he's met and dropped. They've seen this play before. And now the Tigers, let's see if they call a timeout. Laird's going to go from the line here. So no huddle here.
Good. 2-minute offense right here.
They give him a
courtesy
yard.
of Zeke Laird.
Laird now for the shotgun.
Man, snapping. They got 12 on the field.
Whoa.
He'll be in Johnson's ear on that one.
Johnson and did they have 12 men? They just didn't
They did. I don't know if he got off in time, but he ran onto the field. Coach yells at him, and he starts running off the field. Yeah, it's a little miscommunication there because Zeke kind of gave Johnson an earful when he got back to the huddle.
Whole
way back to the huddle,
Johnson,
actually.
Well, Johnson was doing it too. So they not bad as long as they don't let it get out of control. 3rd down and 9. Zeke's got a lot of time under the roll, but he throws it out of bounds, and it's going to be incomplete. 4th down, 39.8 seconds. Gravette has all 3 of their timeouts. Now, if you're Gravette, what I would do is come after this punt.
Definitely. You're sending the house.
You're sending the house here because Not that you don't want to try to set up a return, but your chances of getting that versus a potential block. We did have one blocked in the first game of the season this year. But I have noticed John David Elder, since that first one, he has definitely made sure he is the full 13, 14 yards deep.
He was a little
He
tight
was short
that
on that
time.
first. Well, he was short.
That's what I mean. He was like 8, 9 yards.
Yeah, he was just misstepped it. But now,
with him being a quarterback, though, you could almost kind of give the appearance of a fake with that.
well, they set up the return, but
No,
it's a
not-
good kick.
Not now, but at the 8 or 9 yard marker.
Mormon
He
fumbles
dropped-
the
he left
ball, and Gravette's going to get it at the 20. Zeke was down there right on top of Mormon, but it's going to be a first down and 10, ball at the 20 with 32 seconds. If you're Gravette here, you got to be careful.
I started to say, I don't think they really – I mean, you're down. You do need the home run, don't get me wrong. But you're only down 15. You're still in striking distance. And a pick six is a backbreaker here.
Yeah,
a mistake is a backbreaker.
I think if you're Gravette, I think you try to pop a run, call a timeout, maybe try it one more time, and then you go deep on fourth down or on third down.
I like it.
But we'll see what they do. They're going to be in an I formation, and Roberts is going to be under center. He's going to see Mormon in motion. And it's going to be a straight give up the middle, and he's hit, dropped, and wow, Tigers are there.
Johnson comes back. He almost gets him, then comes back and finishes it off.
Laird.
At the bottom of the pile is Jack Stone, though.
And big Jack Stone. And Jack Stone might be getting up a little bit slow this time. Or is that the –
No, that's Jack.
Yep, Jack got up. He's going to come out, though, and coming in is DeMarcus Cooper. What's he doing?
I almost feel like they're letting
Oh, they're calling a timeout.
No, they're letting it run
play.
out.
Okay. They're letting it play. I was watching Cooper, who I had my DeMarcus Cooper. I was saying, where he going to walk in? Nothing going to walk in. I didn't even look over at the clock. Well, all 3 zeros are up on the clock, and after one half of play, Prairie Grove leads Gravette 15-0. We're going to read the stats real quick before we go to the band and the cheerleaders here. So, first half total offense, Prairie Grove 177, Gravette with 36. Prairie Grove's had 36 plays to Gravette's 22. Gravette only averaging 1.6 per play. Prairie Grove 4.9. Passing, 4 for 12 for 88 yards. Not a great night. Most of that came on the long touchdown pass. Gravette's 3 for 7 for 10 yards. Rushing, Prairie Grove at 89, Gravette at 26. On the receiving individually, Austin O'Brien has, 2 catches for 5 yards, 1 for Mormon, 1 for 5. Prairie Grove 3 for Disney, 79 yards and a touchdown. DeMarcus 1 for 9. On the rushing, Johnson 7 for 33, Kyle Sam 5 for 15, Dustin Burton 2 for 13, Weston Smith 1 for 13, Manak 1 for 12, Reed Orr 5 for 12. Zeke Lair's been sacked a couple times. He has -3. Austin O'Brien 7 for 24 yards, Mormon 2 for 4. They have a number 24. I don't have his name right here. Dylan Groover has 1 carry, lost a yard, and Kilby Roberts has been sacked a couple times too and is in the negative. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to have the bands, I believe, are going to come out. Prairie Grove's band has traveled today. They'll go here first. We're going to let Prairie Grove cheerleaders are on the far side. We're going to let you enjoy halftime. We'll be back for the second half.
Rangers. Is your band ready? You may take the field. Ladies and gentlemen, Prairie Grove High School presents Pride, the Big Bad Band of Tigerland. Here's our 26-27, Rick in the heavens.
and gentlemen, Gravette High School proudly presents the Gravette High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Michael Wallace. Tonight's performance features solos from sophomores Kay Jarvis and Wesley Hearn and junior Harrison Brown. The band invites you to a world where society and structure have disintegrated. Most people have turned and embraced barbaric ways. The few survivors must find each other and face their worst fears. Now, in halftime exhibition performance, Gravette High School Band presents their 2016 marching show, Run!
everybody, welcome to the Tiger Den, and this week we are interviewing Brittany Brazel and Kinsey Brown. So ladies, what's it like to cheer on the football players?
It's really fun and I love being down there.
It's really exciting to hear all the boys say positive things to each other.
Nice. And what are your favorite cheers?
My favorite cheer is the one that we do at the very end of the football game, and it says, "We are the Tigers and we love our team."
My favorite cheer is whenever we say LATSGO, let's go.
And how long does it take to get together a halftime routine?
Usually about a week and a half.
A week and a half, depending on what we're doing.
And in the winter, do you get cold in your uniforms?
Yes.
Very cold, unless we're having our sweats and hot hands.
And how, has anybody ever gotten hurt doing stunts?
Yes, all the time, like every single week. Like last year, a girl broke her nose.
And we were doing stunts and a girl gets kicked in the face, and it's just the normal.
And how do you think we're going to do this week against Gravette?
I know we're going to win.
Definitely going to win.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to visit our sponsors and tell them that you saw their ad on PG Tigers Online. See you all next week in the Tiger Den. Go Tigers, beat Gravette. Hey everybody, I'm Glory Parrish and welcome to the Tiger Den. This week we're interviewing Julie Stroud and TJ Langley from the Big Bad Band from Tigerland. So guys, what's it like performing at the football games?
It's really fun. I like performing and I like being with all my friends.
Yeah, it's just super high energy, and it's really fun to play the fight song a million times.
Well, how is the halftime show coming along?
It's coming along really good. We're going to be doing most of our show this Friday, so.
Yeah, we're making really good progress. Yeah, that's about it.
Good. And what's it like to play during halftime?
At first, it's really nerve-wracking, but it's fun the more you do it.
Yeah, it's super high energy, kind of chaotic, and I don't know, it's nervous. I get nervous.
Nervous. And do you like home games or away games better?
I like home games because we don't have to be back here till like 6:30, so.
Well, I like away games because I basically live in the band room. It's been
Good. Thank you for watching. Be sure to visit our sponsors and tell them you saw their ad on PGTigersOnline.com. See you next week in the Tigers Den. Go Tigers, beat Huntsville!
Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person. With a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Washington County, call Trey Autry at 479-442-4266.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
David's Roofing and Fencing Incorporated is a locally owned company based in Farmington and has been serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley for 19 years. Call David's Roofing and Fencing Incorporated today for a free roof or fence estimate at 479-846-2113. Again, that's 479-846-2113. David's Roofing and Fencing Incorporated is licensed, bonded, and insured. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they proudly support all area sports teams.
Okay, we're back. We get ready for the second half as Gravette will receive. Ryan, what did you see here in the first half? What do you think stood out to you?
4th and 25. 4th and
35. 4th and 35.
To Disney. That's really what stood out. No, we did not play a bad first half. We didn't allow a lot of yards. I mean, very little, actually. So our defense did great, and we took advantage of most opportunities. So can't complain. You'd have loved to seen another score on the board, but can't complain.
Well, I will tell you, for me, the defense stood out for Prairie Grove for me in the first half. I thought the defense played excellent. Offense, I give Gravette a lot of credit. They stopped us a few times and did a nice job defensively, called the right defensive call at the right time. But
they did. We're trying to do a little bit of different stuff. We run that wide sweep and that short sweep. We're going with 2 split ends tonight, kind of some different formations, tinkering a little, and they're doing a great job stopping it for the most part. But we've had some success passing the ball deep to Disney that one time, and in fact, I think he's got 2.
Scott Suggs been tweeting to us a little bit tonight. He's wanting to shut out. Him and Braden have been watching down in DFW. They must be down there. I think Scott must have some business stuff to do. He's been a big help to Prairie Grove program over the years. He helped out in the press box for many, many years, and very faithful Prairie Grove Tiger fan. And now here's the kick from Fiddler. Going to be fielded. I believe that is Mormon. Mormon up to about the 35. He's going to be brought down by that's Sugg, and I think that's number 88 as well, and that is
where's 88? We don't have an 88.
I don't have an 88. It looked like 88, didn't it?
It was an 88.
Okay. I don't have a name with that number here on our roster.
That's that transfer kid that nobody knows about.
First down and 10 for Gravette, ball at the 35. Roberts going to give to O'Brien. He's brought down quickly.
Just Reed Orr and Saul Walker there on the stop.
Picks up maybe 2 yards. Maybe they're going to spot him at the 37, so it's going to be a 2-yard gain. Well, no, they spot it back closer to 36, so let's call it 2nd and 9 for Gravette. Like I said, Prairie Grove defense played excellent in the first half.
They really have. In that right now, linebacker is Burton and Reed Orr.
Now they got twins to both sides, and a give up the middle. They spread Prairie Grove out, and they go right up the middle off the tackle, I guess. And
good job by Reed right there, kind of holding up the guy trying to block him, and just kind of getting off to the side right there. As soon as he's seeing the running back come by and gets an arm on him, holds him up until the rest of the guys can come and tackle him.
And that was Burton and Laird that came in and helped with the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down, a short 5 for Gravette.
You would think Gravette would go to the air here or on one of them motion sweeps.
They're loaded over here to the right side. A quick pass, and it goes through the hands of Mormon.
Pass ball's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down for Gravette.
It's 4th down and a short 5 for Gravette, but it's going to be punt time.
And back goes Disney.
This time Disney's back.
Maybe he kind of got his senses back.
And there's a flag. Let's hope it's not Prairie Grove, because if it's against Prairie Grove, it's going to be a 1st down. Could be an illegal substitution.
Penalty flags on the field.
I have a feeling there was some talking on our part, because at the end of the last play, one of the Gravette players was kind of in one of our players' face, and our player raises his hands and doesn't do anything. Ref comes over, separates them. Same player goes out. Scott Sugg, we need to trim the numbers with black tape. No kidding, man, no kidding. I think there may even be something kind of trim on there, but it ain't enough.
I think you called that right, Ryan. There's a step off against the Tigers, and that's going to put Gravette in Tiger territory at the 44-yard line. And again, they got down to the 40, right around this. This is about as close as they've been tonight. Now the Tigers defense, after stopping a 3-and-out, lose it due to a penalty. And now here is Roberts hit. I don't think he's going to get much there.
I see Johnson and Stone and Reed Orr on the tackle.
No gain, bring up 2nd down for Gravette.
No gain, 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
You know, that's something against Lincoln that I did see a lot. The quarterback kept and ran up the middle quite a bit. Haven't seen it as much this game. We're a little bit stronger in the interior of our defense.
And here we come. We send some men. They pick up the blitz well, and they've got O'Brien, and he completes it. And I think
number 10.
Yeah, Austin O'Brien.
Fiddler on the coverage there. That was just a great timing route. Fiddler's actually in good coverage. Guy breaks the outside. Quarterback just throws it up and lets him go get it out there on the outside. But that's a perfect timing route right there.
Excellent timing route. Now Gravette's definitely their deepest penetration of the night down to the Tiger 29-yard line. That penalty could loom large as the game goes on. Here is the give to Austin. He's nice tackle.
Trying to look.
That was a good wrap-up tackle.
I see Sugg and Burton.
That was Burton. He came in. What an excellent job.
The big ugly. That's what I call him. I see him every day.
Shiloh leading Huntsville 41-0 at half. That means that one will be running. Clock will be running the second half over in Huntsville. Another get, and woo, wow, they hit him quickly. You know, they found
Burton
something
again, and so
they found something in the middle early, and now they've gone there twice, and Prairie Grove's stopped it, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for Gravette with the ball at the Prairie Grove 29. So they got 2 chances, so you don't have to get it all in one, but they're going to go for it, I'm almost sure, if they don't make it. But
I see him airing this one out, maybe a 5-yard out by this inside receiver or this O'Brien here in the slot.
And now
he's got an open spot right there.
He's complete, and he's not going to get the first.
Johnson, Stone Bryant on the stop. He had 14 open and number 10 open right there.
Well, the catch was made by number 14. That is Logan Rachel. So it's 4th down and 2 for Gravette. Ball's at the Prairie Grove 21. Think how big, if they score here, Ryan, how big that penalty is now.
Right. I mean, that's a game changer to start out the first half or the second half.
And that was a big penalty. I mean, if it happened after, after they had punted or something, now they got twins to both sides. And here's the quarterback on a keeper. He's trying to get outside. He's not going to get it.
Reed.
And
the rest of the guys come on for the tackle.
Well, they spread it out, and you said you saw that a lot against Lincoln last week. They tried for the first down on 4th and 2, and the defense
the difference
stands up.
This week against last week is they would motion a guy and kind of fake a handoff and then let him go on. That was just a straight quarterback draw, trying to get to the outside, find his spot, and dive for the first down, and he never got a spot.
Well, if you notice, they had twins to both sides,
right?
And they did not. They tried to spread us out, didn't pay off for the Lions, and so the Tigers have it 1st down and 10, ball to 23. There is the give. Reed Orr. Reed Orr picks up 4 yards.
4 yards for Prairie Grove. They bring up 2nd down. Tackle made by number 8, Grimes.
Grimes on the tackle. 15-0, Prairie Grove leads. 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And I believe that was Kyle Sam that time.
Gain of 1 on the carry. Tackle made by number 2, Berger. It's 3rd down.
Uh-oh, here comes the bell. 3rd down.
3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4.
Granite fans, it's LDC time.
That's so weird. It's LDC time. I didn't know what that. I mean, you hear LDS, but LDC, I was like, I don't know. Is that?
And there is.
That's McNatt.
McNatt, he's going to get the 1st down up around the 37-yard line.
O'Brien and number 20 on the tackle there for Gravette.
Yeah, you get the LDS and the Mormon guy for Gravette. You kind of get that going, but it's LDC, Lion Destruction Crew. So
I mean, they even cheer it, like the cheerleaders even go LDC. You don't hear GHS, you hear LDC. Like, that really confuses me.
Here is the give to Johnson. Johnson's got room. He's at the 40. Johnson's at the 30. He's going to be brought down by O'Brien. But Johnson around the end gets down to the 16-yard line of Gravette.
He looks so good in that little short sweep right there.
Boy, that was we flipped the field on that one right there.
Replay. Nacho's going to punch me before the end of the night.
See if we can get that.
Replay before the next play.
He ain't going to make it. He ain't going to make it.
Oh,
here he is.
He's going to try.
It's going to be quick. We're
breaking the huddle.
Yeah, breaking the huddle. Got to go back to live action. Here we go. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 16-yard line. Laird on the give to Kyle Sam. Kyle Sam, he's got a little room. Look at Kyle Sam down to the 5. Kyle Sam goes 11 yards, and it's a 1st down for Prairie Grove.
You know, he never is able to get into full speed there. He's just following blockers, going side to side, and still picks up, 10, 11 yards there?
You know, whenever you see him, the way he carries the ball.
Carefully.
Remember Matthew Galdwin. Galdwin would get back. 65 would get in there and run. He held it. He was not going to fumble it when he wraps it up like that.
I appreciate that, though.
First and goal from the 5. And again, Kyle Sand, but he's hit this time. He's going to still pick up a yard.
Maybe Kyle could give Robert Williams some lessons there for next week. Our feud will start next Friday, right? Alabama, Arkansas. You already threw some jabs in.
No,
you know,
I was
about the short yardage deficiencies we have. I heard that.
I've not said anything.
Yeah, you did. I heard it. I've been boiling ever since, Lynn. Your backup quarterback transferred. You just lost a 5-star. You only got 30 more. How do you like that?
Flag on the play, illegal substitution against the Tigers.
No.
We can go back and look at that replay from Johnson. We'll step off this. It's a good run by Johnson. The ball was at Prairie Grove 37-yard line. And, you know, watch the guys up front. They do a good job. Look at a good block, and they give him some room. And now he earns some.
Matt had a really good block right there.
And then he springs it. And then O'Brien had the angle on him, but it was a nice run as the Tigers get down to the 16 on that run. And right now they're at the 9. They got down to the 4, but after the 5-yard penalty to be second and goal from the 9.
Good Twins to the far side.
Got DeMarcus Cooper at tight end. There is Laird with the throw. It's going to be low and incomplete and a late hit. I think they're going to call a late hit that time. So that'll be first down if I'm not mistaken here, if that's the call.
And I don't know if it was as late as it
maybe
was, but maybe to the wrong area. It almost looked like it was right under his chin. He got hit at, so.
Who knows?
They could wave it off.
They could wave it off.
They're talking about it. They've done that once tonight in our favor. This would not be.
We'll see what happens. I saw the flag come right there at the court as soon as I think it was Campbell.
He's going to get it. So that'd be an automatic first down.
An automatic first down is going to put it ball inside the 5. So we're back where we were 2 plays ago.
Right.
First and goal from the 5. 5:21 to go here in the third quarter. Prairie Grove trying to stretch the lead to 3 scores. Even a field goal here would stretch it to 3 scores, but we'd like to get 6.
You got Stone Bryant to one side.
Reed Orr, he pounds his way down to about the 2.
You know, 2 weeks ago, we really tried to get McNatt some touches. McNatt, whichever his name is. I say it wrong every time. Try to really force it to him. Tonight, he's been in the flow of the game. He just comes in. I would like to see him on that 49 sweep. Let him get out there with our halfback blocking for him. See if that's a play call here. It would be more natural, not a force this time. Double wing. McNatt in motion. Handoff to McNatt.
And tried to get him in, didn't quite get there.
Man, if he'd have stretched out for that just a little bit more, he would have had it. He's going to be on the 1-yard line.
It's third down.
Uh-oh. Third down, the bell's ringing. No, they did not ring the bell. Maybe they're trying to change up their momentum here.
I'm surprised. It's third and goal from the 2.
The 1.
Here we go, Lion fans. It's time to get behind your defense and make some noise on third down.
I'm getting some text that most of our listeners are on your side on this feud next week.
Yeah, you're kind of the man in no man's land here.
Matter of fact, I was told by a Tennessee fan I've got to be careful on using my give him 6.
Oh, they're going to reset the clock.
Reset the clock, 4:25. It's third down and goal. Ball's at about the 1.5 yards. Gravette's done a good job. We've had a lot of opportunities here close.
I really thought McNatt was putting it in that last time. Well, Burton in motion. And it's going to be a quick pitch to Johnson.
Johnson, give him 6. There goes Anthony Johnson into the end zone. And now the Tigers stretch it to a 21-0 lead.
Again, Arkansas, I'm on their side, but they could have watched that right there. Everybody's within the tackles, and let's go ahead and quick pitch and get to the outside and not try to run it right up the gut 20 times.
I'm not talking about it. You're the one who keeps coming back to it.
Well, I had forgotten about it. I did go to Dallas last week. It was a pretty great weekend until the fourth quarter, and then you had to bring it back up. I finally recovered.
Fiddler in the kick.
I did get my ticket for the Alabama game, though, so I'll see you there.
And the kick's on the way, and it is good. And with 4:12 to go here in the third quarter, Prairie Grove has stretched the lead to 22-0. Another touchdown sponsored by be back after these messages.
Let's face it, the internet has become part of our day-to-day life. You find your news there, you pay your bills there, you do some shopping there, and on the internet with PG Telco, you got a lot of things on your side. First of all, Zing Broadband, moving at the speed of light. And then there's the 110 years of experience you get with PG Telco and a 24-hour repair service guarantee that you may not find elsewhere. So be it your home or your business, PG Telco has you up to speed with Zing Broadband. Connect fast with us. Call 479-846-7200. 479-846-7200. PG Telco, moving at the speed of life.
Please show your support for this endeavor by using OCH for your medical needs. Also, don't forget that tomorrow morning the cross-country team will be competing at the Chili Pepper Run in Fayetteville.
All right, Fiddler and kicking formation here. I see Tyler Davidson and Burton and Weston Smith on this near side. It's going to be a little bit of a
and it dies, and they just have to fall on it. The ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds. Gravette was going to let it go, but it just kind of died there at the 36 or 26-yard line. Number 43 for Gravette, that is Daniel Huntsman, and Huntsman just has to fall on it at the 26, and that's where Gravette's going to start.
And here with 4:11 left in the third quarter, Prairie Grove up 22-0. Gravette will take over at their own 26-yard line.
For college football fans, I just got a text, Washington leading Stanford 13-0.
Wow, McCaffrey, he's about time to do something there. We're going to double up our safety and our outside linebacker right there with Zeke and Johnson.
They get it out to O'Brien. He makes one move, makes one guy miss, and some other guys come up to help out.
Burton right there in great position, just barely misses.
Looks like that may have been Reed Orr over there helping out as well. Oh, that was Stone Bryant. Sorry. No, that's Reed. That's Reed. Boy, those dang numbers. I'm telling you. I'm going to come back over here and look at the camera. I can see them better on that off of the screen.
You know, and Gravette's press box is really far away from the field, too. It's super nice. This is one of the nicest press boxes, but we're very far away from where we're at.
And now
he's going to keep it.
Yeah, he does. He keeps. He's on the roll and going to throw it out of bounds. Good coverage that time by the Tigers, both by Laird and Disney.
There's a flag on the play.
As long as it's not a late hit. In that area, that could be a hold.
I guess he's asking the coaching staff what they want to do there. Usually they don't walk all the way over. We usually have a defensive captain on the field. They tell them. Gravette backing up a little bit, so looks like it's going to be against Gravette.
Let's see what they call here. They decline the penalty for illegal man downfield. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Gravette.
You know, 77 not usually a guy that runs downfield to block. He's more of a big offensive lineman, run block, pass pro. What is he doing downfield? I mean, you would stick out like a sore thumb being the biggest guy on the field and being downfield a ways. So just a mental error there on Gravette's part.
Twins to both sides, and now it looks like Gravette's going to call a timeout. Gravette knows right now with 3:26 to go, if they don't capitalize on this possession, that they're going to be 3 scores down. Prairie Grove get the ball back, probably run most of this. They'd have to score 3 times in the 4th quarter. So Coach has realized at this point that he definitely needs to get in the end zone, Coach Harrelson. We're going to stay with it this time as the Tigers are on the far side, huddled up. Ryan, if you are Gravette here, what's the call?
If it's as important as what we said, if you don't keep the drive alive here, then you're pretty much out of it. Then you got 4 downs. Now, you don't like your 4 downs on this side of the field, but if it's me, I'm getting a guy in the flat and hoping your quarterback can get it to him, or get the quarterback outside the pocket so he can run. The problem is we've been on that play all night long, and that's what I like. So I'm looking at something play action, but they're going to go from the shotgun here, so it's not the case.
They changed their formation. They go trips to this side, and he's going to look to this side. He's got a man open and complete is Mormon.
No,
Mormon's got it. He's tackled by John David Elder, or did he drop it? Oh, he did. He dropped it. Good hit.
I think he had it with the first tackler, and when Elder came in, or Johnson, one of the other, came in for that second hit, I think he dropped it.
He definitely, I think Elder made that happen.
I think so, too.
4th down and 5, and now
Fiddler, the deep man.
Roberts into punt. Fiddler's going to
I think
get
one
this
hit's
time.
enough for Disney tonight. And that was on an interception return, but.
And here, it's a good kick. It's going to go over his head, and he fumbles it. And somehow he got it back. And
yeah, but the other guy touched it.
no, I think they're going to call it because
he did the fair catch signal.
He did the fair catch signal.
If that other guy touched it, though, it's legit, but maybe not. That may be more basketball rules.
Yeah, when he called the fair catch, they're going to mark him down, and I think
it almost looked like the other team had it in their hands for a minute.
Did they call a delay? Yeah, delay of game on that because of that.
Yeah, you can't fair catch signal and I'll think of the word, advance the ball. All right, so with 3:09 left here in the third quarter, 22-0 Prairie Grove. We get a good stop. Got decent field position, 24. You know, probably some of our lower ones of the game, but still,
Chance
be all
to,
right.
a long drive.
Build up some stats, run some clock.
That's the main thing, is get some clock going. And now here is the give, Kyle Sam. And Kyle Sam, just very effective runner. He's going to pick up about 7 yards on the carry, up to the 31.
Again, following the lead block of Reed Orr there.
He's not flashy at all, but he definitely covers the ball up, finds the hole, and gets the
Still
yards.
last year when he came in for Reed, when Reed got hurt and stepped in, you know, as a junior, and was just, he caught passes out of the backfield. He ran well. He played inside linebacker for him. You know, a quiet guy, and really stepped up there. I was really impressed with him last year.
Double wing set, and that is Burton in motion. And the give is a keep that time by Laird. Laird now pitches. Wow, there's Burton, and Burton's got the first down. That's an old-fashioned option that time. I like it.
I feel sorry for,
knocked out of bounds by number 20, Campbell.
I think it was number 20 that got trucked right there by Burton. It's just, you better go low on him.
That was nice. That was.
You get the replay on that there, Nacho? Oh, he's sleeping over here.
Nacho's sleeping.
He's eating.
He's eating. He doesn't even have nachos. They're pounding down the Skittles or something, but he's not
That's
giving us
the
the
problem.
replay. We're not giving us the replay tonight.
Somebody's going to have to come bring him some nachos so we can get him awake.
I know Mr. Whitley's watching. Mr. Whitley's watching, so Mr. Whitley, notate that. Here we go. First down and 10. Ball at the 37. In motion.
Weston.
That's Weston Smith, and Weston's got some room. Look at Weston Smith. He goes forward close to midfield, and Weston with 2 carries tonight, and both times he's picked up a first down. He's averaging over 10 yards a carry, Mr. Smith.
Tackle made by O'Brien.
Gentry and Berryville all tied up at 22. Shiloh leading Huntsville 41-0. If they're in the second half, that clock's running there. That's our opponent next week, Ryan, and we travel to the Field of Champions next week.
That's definitely the game of the week.
Let's hope we can hang on here for
Hopefully
another.
We got 2 straight weeks of game of the week.
For 14, and now Burton in motion, and there's the give up
Kyle
the middle.
Sam.
Kyle Sam, and he almost breaks a tackle, but gets to the midfield, picks up 2. Yeah, we'll take a look at that replay now, Nacho. In motion. Boy, it reminds me of the old Oklahoma option there. There's Laird, stops, does a little old-fashioned pitch. That was a nice-looking play.
Well, and if you remember at the beginning of the season, we ran that same play, and Burton was actually kind of behind Laird a little too much. That time, Burton, you can tell the change has been made. He's up in front where he can pitch the ball correctly.
You want that pitch relationship to be about a 4 yards normally. There is a quick pitch.
Kyle Sam.
And he's going to be over the 40, inside the 40. And you don't see us do a quick pitch to Kyle Sam too often.
No, we don't. Typically, we quick pitch to the halfback, and that time we go to the fullback. So that's another Prairie Grove Tiger first down. Where's the bell?
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the Lion 39. 53 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Prairie Grove using up the clock. And now there is the give. That is Johnson. Johnson breaks some tackles. There goes Johnson.
Oh, man.
25. Give him 6. Anthony Johnson goes the distance. No flags. I see some yellow shoes, but no flags. Touchdown, Prairie Grove.
Johnson made that happen right there. We had a couple guys miss some blocks, so he has to change where he's going. He just knocks down DeMarcus Cooper. He just knocks down DeMarcus Cooper on the celebration there.
Oh,
if you see right here, we got some guys really feeling, but they over pursue. He cuts back, breaks a tackle, still going, beats 4 or 5 guys right there.
Nice block there. He just got him on the side. Close.
That's Coop.
And Coop springs him in there, giving him 6. Tigers now up 28-0. A chance for the extra point on the way, and it's going to be short. And so
I think Fiddler kicked the ground right there, but there's a flag.
There. Let's see what it's going to be. 32.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Penalty flag on the field.
False start.
False start.
Grove. You know, last week they let them decline that, and I've never in the Arkansas game. We had a false start. They let them decline it because we were trying to back up for a field goal. I've never seen someone able to decline a false start, so instead we just jumped off sides and hit the guy. Can't decline that one.
Good speed that time by Johnson. I'm getting texts. It definitely looks fast on the camera. Fiddler a little bit farther back, and it goes
25-yarder, no good. He probably had him to scoot back there just a little bit. When you do that, you turn that left foot out, you'll pull to the left. So got to trust yourself there.
That's another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco with 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Tigers up now 28-0.
Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Washington County, call Trey Autry at 479-442-4266.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated, Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
You're listening to a broadcast of the Prairie Grove Tigers at PGTigersOnline.com.
Fiddler getting ready to kick again for the Tigers. Ryan, we've got a 28-0 lead. I've got to really praise our defense for 3 quarters so far. They have played excellent. And when they had their backs against the wall, they came through.
And against a team that scored 35 last week.
This time, it stays in again. He's put it almost same place. Mormon looking for some room. He's going to be dropped.
By 41, Weston Smith.
Weston Smith had a good, solid game tonight. It looks like Sugg was in there. And 88. Somebody's got to get us who 88 is for us.
I'll find out. Give me a second. Get on my cell
We just don't
phone
have his name on the roster here. Gets it up to the 28-yard line, and 27 seconds to go here in the third. Probably 1 or 2 plays, Ryan, and we'll be heading into the fourth quarter. Nashville leading Fountain Lake 35-22. P. Ridge over Lincoln at this time 34-7. So, as our camera girl said earlier, that lead wasn't going to last long, and it didn't. And now Laird's got him, and now Laird, he dropped it on the ground. Laird left I don't know if he was supposed to leave his man there or not, but he decided to. And well, if Roberts could have got it to O'Brien, O'Brien may have had a little room, but you had Burton and Disney making their way over.
Colin Bryant.
Colin Bryant.
Dustin Burton, Mom, thank you. 88 is Colin Bryant.
Gotta write that down.
He is not the transfer that we were talking about. We're going to keep him on the wraps for next week. 88 has been here for several years. His brother, the starting strong safety, 33, Stone Bryant.
That's probably going to do it for the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, Prairie Grove Tigers 28, Gravette Lions 0. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter. We're going to stay with it here a minute and just go ahead and go through the stats so far here in the game.
The fight song's blaring over there. I can hear us.
I was looking for the number of first downs.
The band sounds well.
First downs for Prairie Grove, 15. Gravette with 5. Third down conversions, Prairie Grove 6 of 10. Gravette 0 for 8, wow. But 2 of 3 on fourth down conversions. Zeke Laird 4 of 13 for 88 yards passing. Not one of Zeke's better nights on passing, but he hit it when he needed to, and it was a touchdown on a 3rd and 35. Rushing, Anthony Johnson 10 carries for 120 yards. That's 12 yards a carry. Even I can do that math. Kyle Sam 11 for 49. Weston Smith 2 for 24. He's averaging 12 a carry. McNatt 3 for 22. Reed Orr 7 for 18. Dustin Burton 2 for 15. Zeke Laird was sacked. He's got a loss. For Gravette, Austin O'Brien 11 carries, 30 yards. We've done a really good job on him tonight. Total yards for Gravette as we get ready to go is 70 yards total offense. Prairie Grove 331. Third down and long, and it's a cross pass, and it's complete. And a nice catch that time. Decent coverage that time, but
good. That's Johnson and John David on the tackle there. That's number 14 on the catch.
That's Logan Rachel on the catch, and he gets it to the Gravette 48-yard line.
He was the guy who had the big third down or fourth down catch earlier.
Yes, he did, and that's their first third down conversion of the night. Comes at the first play of the fourth quarter.
They're going to trips to this near side.
Now they put Mormon in motion, and Gravette moves.
That almost sounded like a TV show, Mormon in motion.
I'm sure that would be filmed in Utah.
Let's see the call here. False start. Or illegal motion.
Illegal motion's going to back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. (28-0). Tigers in the lead as we just get underway here in the fourth quarter. Trips here to the near side.
Same play. Yep.
Yeah, and they put Mormon in motion again. Here comes Laird off the corner. Nice.
Good job right there.
77, the guy that you called out earlier, 77 is 6'2", 350. He got just enough of Laird to divert him.
I don't know if you noticed that. Our defensive end was in pass coverage that time. That was Dawson West with the pass break up there.
That's an excellent job and an excellent observation by Mr. Ryan Cook.
Laird goes in on the blitz, gets chipped by 77, and we drop our defensive end.
I was focusing in on 77, seeing if he was going to get to Laird. He got just enough of him. And now Prairie Grove bringing men again, and he's got a man.
Oh, I think the number 40 tripped him up right there because –
yeah, Fiddler fell there or something happened, and then it's going to be 3rd down and 15. Boy, if he could have hit him, it was nothing there but green grass until he could have reached the LDC in the end zone.
And they're going to bring out the punt team. 81. No, they're going to keep their guys in. They're bringing in an extra tight end right here.
And here's Roberts throwing, little high. intended for Austin O'Brien. Fiddler there. Ryan, I don't know if you noticed down here in the end zone on the opposite side of where they're going, where Prairie Grove would be going, there's an 81 in the corner. Lane Killian for the Gravette Lions has leukemia, and we live that in our community with our own Jaron Sorters and know what a fight he is in for. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. We wish them the best, and the Gravette family as well. 4th down and 15, they're going to punt.
Timeout, Prairie Grove. Let's take a timeout with them.
Let's do it.
11-12 left in the 4th quarter.
Welcome to Prairie Grove Christian Church, where we're all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. We offer services on Sunday morning at both 9 and 10:30 a.m., as well as Sunday school for all ages. On Wednesday nights, we offer programming for our children, as well as our junior high youth, and on Sunday night, offer programming for the senior high student. In addition, we host adult small groups and both men's and women's encounter. Here in the community, we give back through the Great Serve, as well as supporting Life Ministries and the Backpack Program. In the fall, we host upward basketball and cheerleading for kindergarten through 2nd grade. This year, we'll have teams of people traveling to both Haiti and Cambodia. So if you're looking for a church home, please come see us at Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Gravette punt formation. Back deep will be Clay Fiddler once again.
Fiddler's back deep. Prairie Grove looks like they had the return on and kind of spread out, making sure there's no fake. Low snap, kicks away. It's going to be a low kick, and Fiddler's going to let it drop. It's going to roll down close to the 16-yard line, and that's where it's down. And with 11:03 to go, Tigers eat up a little bit of clock here, Ryan, and we can start thinking about next week. Don't want to do it just yet.
All right, well, let's go ahead and score and get it over the 35-0 mark, so that clock will not stop.
Yeah.
That would be nice. So let's run clock and not run up the score, but just get to that rule where we can get home a little earlier. It's a long drive, man. I'm telling you, that traffic was unreal tonight. I don't envy you or my wife or anybody that drives north on 540 at any time during the day.
Welcome to my life, Yos. There we go. Double wing set. Austin comes up close on the receiver here. In motion goes.
That's Reed.
That's Reed Orr, and look at it. He's got some room. And he's going to get. He's going to be close to the 40-yard line.
Nice run right there. Clock will stop. We'll reset the chains.
It's an 18-yard pickup, 17-yard pickup for Reed, and Tigers get a quick first down. I will tell you tonight, I mean, I would say the defense has played really, really well because I don't, you know, in our first few games this year, Farmington, tough battle, even though we kind of pulled away. Vian, tough battle. West Fork, it feels like tonight that Gravette hasn't played horribly.
We've given them no opportunity. It's really been more us, I think, on the defensive side.
Laird, quick drop, and Laird decides to keep it, and he's going to be tackled right around the 40.
I don't mind it, but we don't need that at this point in the game to risk our quarterback getting hurt. I know he's smart and all, but that's not smart. Let's not get hurt.
Soleil and Berger on the tackle. He got a yard.
I'll call him out right there.
2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Down, getting close to the 10-minute mark here.
Bryant runs into play. Weston Smith will go split out to the far side with Bryant.
Here is Laird. He's going to give up the middle. Kyle Sam breaks a little. Man, gosh, you know what?
Right there by Will Hawkins.
When he runs the ball, it just doesn't look like he's going to get much, and he picked up
Well, he does a great job of making those little side moves to kind of get in the correct hole. You get a lot of guys that are just downhill, whether there's a hole there or not. Kyle does a great job of getting behind blockers. He's a patient runner, and so just right there, he could have ran into Will very easily. Will gets his guy moved out of the way. Kyle takes off right in that spot that he vacated.
In our base set this time, Laird going to keep around the right side, and Laird's got the first down and more. Laird goes He's going to take a hit. He was trying to get out of bounds. They're going to keep it running. O'Brien and White on the tackle.
And when I said the space that Will vacated last time, that's quite a bit of space.
Well, did you see last week, did you watch the film and see Laird's
He had a couple
runs? Well, real quick before we run the next play.
Peyton Manning did score one time on a touchdown run. It does happen. Ryan Mallett even got a first down one time on a scramble.
Quickly, I'll have to do it on the next play.
Sorry, I filled that up right there.
You did fill that up.
Making fun of them slow quarterbacks. Not everybody gets a Cam Newton.
Reed Orr again. He's got some room at the 30. He still breaks the tackle. He's at the 20. 10-5. Give him 6. Tigers score with 8:45 to go. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco, and it's 34-0. Let's see if we can watch that again. Did it just stop?
I think we froze up online. We do have a replay, though.
Yeah, we got a replay. If it froze on you, let's do it again here. Make this quick, hopefully, before we get the extra point. Reed Orr goes around the corner.
Great blocking right there.
And then he breaks that tackle, and then he's got enough room and speed to get in. We'll go to live action. And now this is a critical extra point.
Yes, sir. Like to hit that 35 mark.
And he got it. So with 8:45 to go, Prairie Grove leading 35-0.
As long as the defense holds up, we'll be getting home about.
It doesn't matter now. Doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Once it starts, it doesn't stop.
Okay, good deal.
The only time it'll stop will be touchdowns, timeouts, player hurt.
Here's Reed again.
Let's watch this one more time.
Again, check out the blocking on this right side. Burton's got his guy. DeMarcus got his guy. Out there's Ethan Davis. I mean, great blocking up front. I know those guys don't get enough credit when Reed's running down the field. Give him 6.
Yes, sir. Manny Roselle, who's Dylan Saner's stepfather, has been texting me tonight. He's impressed with our running game tonight, and should be. We've had a nice job tonight on the ground. We got to be getting close to 400 yards of offense tonight.
You know, and we haven't had to throw much. That's the, we talked about Zeke not really having a big number tonight as far as through the air, but we haven't needed it through the air. We've taken the top off a couple times. He had the long touchdown pass, but other than that, just very consistent ground and pound offense, which is what we prefer.
Yeah, well now, Ryan, after this kick, will start talking a little bit about next week because Shiloh's in command of their game. Short
accidental
kick.
Online or onside.
It's going to be recovered. That was 43, I believe. Huntsman. He's got a couple of those tonight. Clock shouldn't be stopping now. It should start and go.
He's waving something.
He's waving that. Well, I guess they're going to start it here in a minute. Well, while we wait for them to come out, I want to recognize again our broadcast crew tonight. They all do such a great job. Dallin Howerton, the Nacho Man. We give him a hard time, but I do appreciate all Alex does.
He takes it well.
Devin Pruitt, Sean Oakes, and Miles Eubanks trips to this side. It's going to be a pitch. Boy, the quarterback fell as a pitch. And
great tackle
there's going to be a hold,
Bryant.
but it's a good tackle that time by Stone Bryant.
O'Brien on the carry, no gain, penalty flag on the field.
Into the game at inside linebacker number 8, Aaron Preston.
Why are they stopping the clock? That's what I want to know. Doesn't matter. The flag doesn't matter now that we're in the. This is the mercy rule time. The clock should be running.
Number 3, Tyler Caswell. And at quarterback, number 12, Landon Simrad. At the opposite far side cornerback, it's number 14, Tyler Davidson. So getting in a couple of the younger guys here. And you love to see that. They need these reps just in case we ever experience an injury or anything. Get these guys in, get them some game time experience. Good tackle right there. It's 53, Ethan Davis, and 28, Dustin Burton. Also in is number 50, Nick Wilton. Number 70 at right tackle, that's Lawson Smith.
glad you're getting all these guys, calling them out.
Well, you're a little caught up in the time clock situation here, too. I know it's bugging you, man.
It's
I'm
bugging
sorry.
me. It is.
Trips to the far side.
Here, Roberts rolling to his right, steps up, throws, incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and long.
Pass ball's incomplete.
3rd and 22.
It's 3rd down.
Now they got it going. Okay, now I can focus again, Ryan. They must have heard me. They're just down underneath us. I may have said it loud enough for them.
We'll start stomping here in a minute. No, this press box.
No, these guys are great. Yeah,
so nice.
they've been no offense to any other school. This is one of my favorite places though because it is so nice. They've done this is a great field. It's so nice. They filmed it for Greater, the film about Burlsworth, and they filmed a lot of it right here. Here it comes on intended for Mormon, and he's not able to get it, so it's going to bring up 4th down for Gravette.
Preston on the hurry there. Preston's coming hot and heavy on the outside right there.
Well, that's going to.
Preston will go back deep for the punt return. It's 4th and 22.
So 6 minutes, 25 seconds. Ryan, next week, Shiloh's going to come into the game undefeated. Their big win of the year, Little Rock Christian, and that was a barn burner. I think it was final was like 44-42 or 44-41, something like that. I think 44-42.
Right?
They're a 5A school. We have a 5A victory as well, Farmington.
Now, I haven't looked to see how Little Rock Christian has done against other schools.
Well, they played Warren pretty well, and you know Warren is always good. So ball's going to be down at about the 47-yard line of Gravette.
Yeah, a 20-yard punt right there.
But
you know, and Shiloh is going to come in. I'm sorry, not come in. We will be going to their house, but they're going to be a little peeved. We actually mercy ruled them last year.
Yeah, and had a chance to put 70. Took a knee at the 5, but
if that was Bielema, he would say borderline something. But
yeah,
anyways.
but I'm not going there. So, but Shiloh on the season, they took Elkins 35-22, a good Elkins team. The Little Rock Christian 44-42. Took Pottsville 48-19 after this play. John David Elder now in at quarterback for the Tigers.
Ethan Gunther at tight end.
And
Landon Waldrop at right tackle.
Aaron Preston is the fullback. And I believe that's Lane Dalton at the running back position. John David Elder is going to give. That's Preston. He's hit, dropped, back at the 49. Nice tackle that time.
54.
By number 54 from Gravette. And that is a paper just dropped here, Nick Dawson. But Shiloh comes into the game, and then they beat Berryville 53-12, and then tonight 44-0 over Huntsville. It's a final over there. So both teams come in. If Prairie Grove can hang on here, it'll be their second shutout of the year. Shiloh registered one tonight against Huntsville.
Colton Simrad will run the play in.
And last week, Huntsville, very similar game, it sounds like, that Shiloh had with them tonight. So there's give Preston. Is that Preston again?
It is, and they're getting great penetration right now. Our second string offensive line is struggling with the speed of this. Boys, you better get your head out of your tails because we got 4.5 minutes to burn off right here. That's just sad effort right there. I'm going to call them out. I know you're the second string, but when you go in, that's your time to do something.
Definitely your time to shine. And third down now and 12 for Prairie Grove as John David Elder is under center.
Let's see if we let John David throw here. In motion, Kyler.
Oh, he turned up. He turned up. They're going to call it.
Yeah.
John David Elder picked off. And
they can decline that, right?
I think they
that's not
can.
A pre-snap.
Pass is intercepted by number 12, Tajay White. There is a penalty flag on the field.
Little pre-snap motion penalty.
Yeah, it's a declinable penalty, so they'll do that. And so Gravette's going to take over at their own 36. 3:58 left.
Should it be 3:58? Just wondering.
Don't get me started, Ryan. You don't.
I thought I was getting out of here early.
You don't want me to go to short yardage game stuff, so stay off of the clock. 3:58 to go here in the ball game. Gravette. The give spins and
that's number 20.
He's in the game. That's Aaron Campbell.
Tackle's going to be made by number 70, Lawson Smith. Dawson West and Lawson Smith. Lawson Smith.
Well, next week's going to be a big game, and it will be the game of the week. Both teams will go into it 5-0. Both teams coming off of Mercy Rule game wins, so it's going to be
and be at their house, so
it'll be there.
That always is an advantage for them.
Well, they have the AstroTurf.
That's right. It's different. I mean, it is.
It is, and now it's going to be third down for Gravette. The ball's at the 40. So next week will be a huge game. Go
Tackle
ahead.
that time by number 54, Daytona Pinkley. And again, we're substituting guys in and out at a pretty fast rate. I see inside linebacker number 52. That's Cooper Allen.
After this play, remind me about 52. It's third down, long 5 for Gravette. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. And wow,
great play right there. Number 3, I want to say Kyler, and then I forgot his last name when I yelled at him, but it's Caswell. I know the kid personally. I'm tongue-tied here. Great read on that play, getting up the field, tackle for loss. That'll make it 4th down and 11 for Gravette.
It is 4th and 11. And good defense that time by the second teamers. And
really was. Our defense as a whole has done great tonight.
They've just done a fantastic job tonight. And I think, the game was only 15-0 at half, and we had and one of those was a huge play scoring with Disney. So game just kind of got away from Gravette.
Gravette's going to go for it on 4th. They got a screen
Little
play.
screen, got a nice screen set up, and he's going to get the first down.
Preston almost with the game with the tackle there, and then it looked like Nick Wilton finished that off, number 50.
Well, he got the first down for Gravette. Gravette's not. They stopped the clock for, unless there's a timeout, I still don't know why they're stopping the clock.
In comes 91, James Mayers, and number 5, Ethan Gunther.
Incomplete pass. Well, Ryan, next week, if we broadcast from what we normally broadcast from, they have an older booth on the opposite side of the field. So
that's right.
We'll be on the home side next week during the broadcast if it holds true to what we've done in the past. Twins to both sides. Gravette drops back, trying to get on the board here before it's over. They got some pressure on the quarterback. He looks way downfield, and it is incomplete.
That's 43, Matt Jones that time on the pressure. About had the quarterback in the backfield.
Third down for Gravette. 40-something seconds left. That long pass incomplete. By the time they set it, they'll probably have 1, maybe 2 plays left. And the Tigers going to move to 5-0 in the season. Quick drop, another screen play, this time to the other side of the field. We got a little bit better defended this time.
Cooper Allen that time on the tackle.
A loss of a yard or 2. Gravette's going to have to rush it here if they're going to get a playoff, and they're just going to line up. It looks like they're going to call it a night, and that's going to do it. The final score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 35, the Gravette Lions 0. Tigers move to 5-0 on the season. Gravette will fall to 3-2, 1-1 in the conference.
And again, that sets up a big game next week.
Big game next week. I'll quickly go through the stats tonight. Total yards for Prairie Grove, 412, 101 for Gravette. Excellent job by the defense tonight, and the offense not playing too shabby themselves. In the air, Prairie Grove, Zeke Lair, 4 of 4. Take that back because John David Edward did throw a pass. 4 for 14. Prairie Grove on passing. Gravette 9 for 24. So, passing total passing yards for Prairie Grove, 88-70 for Gravette. Rushing yards, 324 Prairie Grove, 31 for Gravette. Penalties, Prairie Grove 5 for 45, Gravette 3 for 30. Both teams had a turnover. Time of possession, just about the same, 24 minutes apiece. 18 first downs for Prairie Grove, 7 for Gravette. Individual stats, Kelby Roberts for Gravette, 9 of 24 for 70. Zeke Laird, 4 of 13 for 88. John David Abel, 0 for 1. He did have an interception late in the game. Running the ball, Anthony Johnson, 10 for 12, or 10 for 120, 2 touchdowns. Reed Orr, 9 for 82. He had a touchdown as well. Big touchdown to send us into the mercy rule. Kyle Sam, a lot of effective yards, 12 for 55. Weston Smith, 2 for 24. Did a nice job when he was called upon. Dustin Burton, 2 for 15. Zeke Laird got back in positive with that one gain after being sacked a couple times, 6 for 8. Receiving, Isaac Daisy, 3 for 79 and a touchdown. DeMarcus Cooper, 1 for 9. That's going to do it. Again, we want to thank our broadcast crew, Dallin Howerton, Nacho Henry, Devin Pruitt, Sean Oakes, Miles Eubanks. Ryan, any final thoughts on tonight?
Great job. I mean, our defense, if you had to choose like a player of the game or the defense, to give up only 100 yards and no points, even with second string in there, that's going to be the unit that I'd like to honor tonight, definitely would be defense. So we get ready offensively, passing game not as effective tonight, but not as needed. Like to get to practice to work this week and work on the passing game and get ready for Shiloh.
Well, that's something we definitely got to do is get ready for them. That's going to do it for us. Ryan, it is going to be a big game next week. It will be a really intense game. When there's a call that's even questionable by the officials, you'll see next week. We won't see a mercy rule next week. I don't think. Hopefully we won't get mercy ruled, and I don't think we will do it to them. I think it's going to be a tough battle. We're going to have to come to play. Shiloh is always tough. We are the one team in the conference, depending on whose records you look at, we're right at even with Shiloh. It's either 10-9 us or 10-9 them. I don't know. So we are one of the schools that has had our fair share of wins against Shiloh. Well, that's going to do it for us. Again, for our webcast crew, for Ryan Cook, I'm Lynn Gregson. Have a great night and go Tigers.